Hey guys, Wallace back again. Here we go. Alright, so some things happened. You might notice that this behind me is new. While I was playing the other night, I actually managed to find a dripstone cavern, which I went ahead and mined out all the copper I could find from it. And as it turns out, that was a lot of copper. Like, just a ridiculous amount of copper. Ooh, some iron I missed. So we went ahead and we mined all that out. We even set a home here so we could make multiple trips. Then we ended up making a blast furnace array to go ahead and smelt it all. We used quite a lot of blast furnaces and hoppers to do this. This setup over here was not going to be enough. Let's see if I have some coal real quick. Got a little. That's not going to get it all. But we smelted, consolidated, and sold all that, and now our balance is 40K, which has moved us to 9th place. We are in the second page of the balance top list. And I think I have an idea for how we're going to be able to get to that first page. We need another 12.5K. But we're not going to get there today because, as you could probably tell from my missing helmet and the durability on my armor, we need to fix up our armor situation. I am very tired of dying. We are at 18 deaths, and at least 10 of those have been just due to my armor not being good enough. So we are going to head over to the shop district, and we're going to head over to Pelvis Punisher's shop, where there are just an absurd number of books. So I'll check back in with you guys over there. So we've made it over to Punisher's shop, and I gotta say, this is a really nice looking building. I love the way that this building is set up. We're at the second shop on the left in the South District here on KeatsCraft. And it looks like he's got everything in stock, so we will be able to get everything we need here. So let's see. We're going to need 4 mending books. We're going to need 4 unbreaking books. I don't think we're going to need those. We're going to need 1 respiration. We're going to need 1 depth strider. Did we get the respiration? Yes, we did. I'll move all these up here and out of the way. Feather falling. Oh, did we just lag out? No, we're clicking the wrong side. 1 feather falling book. We're going to want 4 protection books. Ooh, this is getting expensive. Fire protection we're going to hold off on for now. I'll make a separate set for that later. Sweeping edge, looting, sharpness. These are all sword enchants. Do we want to go for the swift sneak? I think we do, and we don't have a ton of options to get it because it is exclusive to the ancient city, and we have not gotten one of those. And that's everything. All right. I should also add, in case you haven't noticed it down at the bottom there, we're at level 68. And while that's not perfectly nice, it is pretty good. Someone else is selling slime? Oh, wait, no, that's Prismarine. Interesting. Spoonie must have an ocean monument. We'll come back to this later. But for now, I've got all my books, so I'm going to head back over to my base, and we're going to get the armor enchanted. Then we'll be coming back over here to the other shop. This is also Punisher? These are both Punisher shops? Ah. Nice. Alright, so we're going to head over to his other shop afterwards, and we're going to get the armor trims we want. I haven't decided on my design, but, man, some of these are sick. Before we head back to my shop, I just want to go ahead and show off my current shop here, which is actually out of stock on Blackstone and sand. A few minutes ago, I actually stocked this up almost full with Blackstone, and Godlike Manatee came over. I typed it in chat that I had restocked it, came over, immediately bought it all out. So that was pretty cool. The sand is low. We'll have to stop by the old place. I think we can put this back to 15 per stack now. Yeah, rune dust has been added. I found some Nautilus shells with the Twitch drops from watching twitch.tv/KeatingAdder. We have the slime chunk going. I'm going to show that off in a moment. And I restocked my gunpowder. So, yeah, this has been making us a pretty penny. And I think we're going to go ahead and revamp this on a later episode, and we'll really start kicking it up with the money. So, we're back over here at the base, and I'm going to go ahead and just get all this knocked out. Hopefully 68 is enough levels for this. We're going to start with the leggings. Or sorry, the boots. Let's see. Feather falling. And depth strider. Mending. Unbreaking. And protection 4. Boom. All right, now for the helmet. Respiration. Oh, there's no aqua affinity at his shop. Ooh, that's an oversight. Unbreaking. Mending. Protection. Oh! Oh, we're already at our limit. Where might I have some XP I could get? I suppose if we break these, we might get a little. There we go. Nice. Alright. So that was a quick couple of levels. That will let us finish this. Oh, wait. That's a mending book. We already have that. Alright. Now, as far as getting the leggings... In the meantime, we can put unbreaking on that and the chest plate, I think. Yeah. 5 levels. So we need 10 levels to get the protection on there. But we're only going to need 6 levels to get mending on there. Okay, that we can actually do kind of easily, and that gives me an excuse to show off the new section of my little station here that is hopefully working. And nothing spawned. Ah, that's disappointing. But what we are standing in right now is... That was freaky. What we are standing in right now is a slime chunk. And the other side of this wall is a glow squid. But I managed to fight a slime down in this... Ooh, we rolled. Down in this cave. There's a skeleton spawning somewhere. But I managed to fight a slime down in this cave, kill him, and deduce which chunk was the slime chunk. Didn't roll that. However, there's an there was a bit of a hiccup in identifying it. See, it's chunk 903-39. But originally, when I wrote it down, I was rushing. So my handwriting was so bad that I went over here to chunk 903-34 and cleared out all this space, none of which is a slime chunk. Whoops! But we now have a slime chunk that, while not optimized, is active. And has already gotten us a small amount of slime. And in the future, whenever I do a farming episode, we're going to optimize it and potentially even automate it. So, I'm going to have to figure out real quick a way to get 6, and then I think it would go 6 plus 10 is 16. I think we're gonna need around 25 levels when you account for things going up in cost. So I'm gonna figure out how we can get that, and I'll be right back with you guys. So the answer, it turns out, is probably going to be to go into my nether tunnel here, and we're just going to find pockets of nether quartz and mine them out. Which could take a while, but having quartz on hand to use or sell is not a bad thing. Especially due to a server development that I'm going to wait until it is more concrete to go into detail about. Look at that, we're already level 5. Okay, we're back, and that was a very successful trip. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, close to 4.5 stacks of nether quartz, and around 23 gold ingots worth of nuggets. We also picked up a lot of different items from pyro mining, which we're going to sell, and that just gave us $235, which still doesn't have us back at the 40k mark, but we're still in 9th place. So, we're going to go ahead, man, this anvil is looking rough. Alright, but we're going to go ahead, and 16 levels should, hopefully, be enough. Mending. Protection 4. I don't think it's going to be enough. It's not. We need 4 more levels. Plus 15. Alright. We are going to do a pro gamer move here. We're going to head to the shops. And hopefully, we will find somewhere that we can buy XP bottles. XP bottles. $15 per. Let's buy 50. And back we go. Also, I totally figured out all the teleportation mechanics. You're new. See, the game's practically throwing XP at us. So, the most efficient way is to do this piece by piece, since it goes by levels, not actual XP value. Come on, let's rapid right-click this. Oh, it wasn't enough! Ah, back we go. Okay, so I mostly figured out the teleportation mechanics. Right, we've purchased a few extra. Are you kidding me? That's still not enough. We'll be right back. Now, if these 47 bottles are not enough, then I'm going to be very sad. I hear a baby zombie. Let's do this quick. So, we are level 7... Oh, 19. Ugh. Boom! Alright. Here we go. Let's get the night accelerated. But we now have our mostly ultimate armor set. Now, almost an hour into recording, I think it's about time that we get to the meat and potatoes. of what I want today's episode to be. It is high time that I have a proper base instead of just a bunch of chests thrown around. I'm not going to advertise that the Blackstone is restocked this time. But now that our resource woes are mostly behind us, I want to get cracking on a base proper. So we're going to go ahead and throw this in there. And I already know and have gathered supplies for the style we're going to do. We are going to mostly recreate the style of base we were using on the original crayon box. So that means I got a lot for red dye, and I got a lot of gravel and sand for concrete. I'll leave these here in case I need more. We're going to go ahead, and this should be quite a lot. 8 stacks? There. Now the problem is, I forget without using cauldron concrete, I kind of forget how one makes concrete out of powder. Okay. So, I am going to go figure out how to do that real quick, and then we will get started on this project. So, we're sitting here now using a concrete powder converter I found through a KeatingAdder video that I'll go ahead and link in the description. And we are just converting an absolutely massive amount of concrete powder into concrete here. It takes advantage of waterlogged stairs, an observer, and a dropper to just constantly refill your offhand, so all you ever have to do is hold down left and right click at the same time to get your stuff. You just got to make sure you're looking at the wooden stair instead of looking at the stone or metal all around you. I will definitely be incorporating this into the final build of my base, even though this is just a temporary station, because this is working like a charm. I have not worked out a way to create a third-person time-lapse, so I still need to settle on how I'm going to record this. But we're essentially going to build it below ground in a way where we can incorporate this nether portal in the exact same location, just down a few more blocks. I want to keep us above 40, because that is the height for the slime chunks, and I want to be able to stand in the base without disrupting their spawn patterns. So that's going to be a bit of a line, or I should say a bit of a needle I'm going to have to thread with the positioning of the base, but we'll see how it goes. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and cut to while I'm building. Alright, so after a few test designs, I believe I have now settled on where exactly I want to be building this part of the base. We've come around here so that the circle lines up with the elevator to put the water elevator in the side. And then what we're going to have to do is take this elevator that we made, and we're going to have to move it so it's up against this wall instead. That way we'll have an elevator at each end, this one staying up here where we're going to have farming and supplies and such. And then one leading down to the bottom where we're going to have the diamond mine and maybe some bulk storage. I haven't totally made up my mind. But this also gives us convenient access to iron level mining and copper level mining. So this should work out pretty well. I've gone ahead and laid out the first ring. I think I'm actually going to build it 1 block taller this time. But I haven't decided if I'm going to go up or down here. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to handle recording this. But for now, I do know that I need to go ahead and get a proper Silk Touch pickaxe so that I can have all this glass not be a waste. So, we are going to head up to the shop and have that taken care of. Unfortunately, we are now totally out of levels, so this could get expensive. If memory serves, I believe that this third shop here on the right sells Silk Touch books for 75. See if we can find a better deal here. Books on top floor. Let's see here. Silk Touch for 45. And there's only 2. Let's go ahead and buy 2. Alright, so I've gone ahead and done a little bit of work on the ceiling here, but we are in a pretty good spot here. I'm liking how this has turned out. I'm probably going to change this centerpiece up. I think I might try for glazed terracotta, which I've never actually properly worked with before, but I'm curious to see how it'll look here. The next big step is I need to reestablish a connection with my diamond level mine by putting another elevator here. Then I need to make the hallways going off. As you can tell from this angle, I didn't actually do anything with the big mining area that I cleared off. So, I'll have to fill this space. But when you go back down here, you can see that this is where the slime chunk is. I actually just killed one. Got a little bit. So, I'm thinking this hallway will lead off into the farming areas. And this hallway will lead off into the storage and smelting facilities. I might have to, well, not have to, but I'm probably going to put another level of this base down a little bit in between here and the diamond mine. I'm thinking I'm going to copy this aesthetic for the diamond mine level, but I'm going to do it in blue instead of red. And then in the middle, I'll do one that's purple. That sounds stylish. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I think the purple level will connect up to my rail network that's going to lead to my house. Or it'll be this one. Haven't decided how deep I want to make the rails. I'm going to think about that while I put on a time-lapse of me digging out this next elevator. I was going to say tunnel. That's not the word. Tunnel is flat. Elevator is tall. I know I just said we'd be cutting to a time-lapse of me digging out and building the new elevator. Excuse me, Mr. Piglin. Unfortunately, my footage ended up being unusable. I'm still not sure how, but it was targeting the wrong window. As a consolation, let me show you what I've been working on in between editing sessions. I added proper lamps to the ceiling, made it all uniform stone, and as you can probably hear, I relocated my nether portal down here and started building out this hallway to house it. Next episode will have me building out farms down in this direction, so I'm really looking forward to that. I'm kind of getting tired of having to scramble for resources so frequently. Back in our hub here, you can see that I finished the elevator, but I haven't quite done anything down here in the diamond level yet. But I'll fix this area up all in good time, so don't worry. So, with that, we have our projects done. Sorry, our build's done. Our project's set, and our bank account is stacked at 57,000, which means it's about time to end this episode. I appreciate you coming around, and until next time, take it easy.